In security matters, the porous National Cybersecurity Protection System. The Department of Homeland Security has been charged with detecting and preventing malicious activity moving in and out of federal computer networks. But the system is a work in progress. Meanwhile, federal data remains vulnerable. For more, I'm joined by Gregory Wilshusen, Director of Information Security Issues at the Government Accountability Office. Greg, let's start with a quick explainer of the National Cybersecurity Protection System. It's commonly called Einstein. How does it work?
Well, that's right, Morris. Einstein is a system of systems, if you will, that is intended to detect and prevent computer intrusions into federal agencies. It works by having over about 228 sensors placed in front of agencies' networks or portals. They're trusted internet connections, if you will, between the agency's networks and the internet. And it then scans and monitors all information that's transiting into the agency's networks. And it works by using what's known as a signature-based technology to detect these intrusions. And what it does, it compares traffic that's coming through the sensor to known patterns of malicious data or signatures, if you will. And it's very effective in identifying and detecting those particular malicious traffic, but it's not so good in detecting malicious traffic for which may not be known.
All right, so there will be changes made. The latest iteration of Einstein was deployed in 2013. What's coming down the pike?
Well, you're right. Back in 2013, the Department of Homeland Security started to implement an intrusion prevention system, which not only detects malicious traffic, but then has a countermeasure which is intended to block it from actually entering the federal agency's network. What's on track now is to further expansion of that particular capability. It works in connection with internet service providers, and so DHS is working to expand that capability to provide greater coverage to all federal agencies.
In the meantime, NCPS has a lot of holes. Your office just released a report on this system. Here are a few limitations. It does not detect deviations from predefined baselines of normal network behavior. It does not address malicious content within web traffic. Only 5 of the 23 agencies were receiving intrusion prevention services. Now, Greg, that doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in the security of federal data. Does DHS have a plan in place to fix the system?
Well, yes, they do. But to be clear and fair, the system was not designed to actually detect anomalous network behavior. That's actually performed by other types of intrusion detection capabilities. But indeed, we found a number of opportunities and limitations with the existing system, and DHS has agreed with our recommendations to take steps to implement and take corrective actions to better enhance the capability of the system. And it intends to do so. Most of those activities are going to be completed by the end of this calendar year.
Now, the GAO designated information security as a government-wide high-risk area way back in 1997. Last year, you expanded it to include personally identifiable information. Are federal agencies getting the message, and does this push to secure digital information have momentum?
Well, yes, Morris, I believe it does have momentum. Just to give you a few examples, the Office of Management and Budget has established a Cyber and National Security Unit and to help address federal cybersecurity issues. In addition, the federal CIO has kind of renewed or expanded its focus on cybersecurity issues. For example, you may recall last June, the federal CIO issued a cybersecurity sprint initiative, which required agencies to take immediate actions to implement certain cybersecurity enhancement activities. Since then, too, the federal CIO has issued a cybersecurity strategy and implementation plan for the federal civilian agencies. And so, yes, there is momentum, but it's important to point out, too, that protecting and ensuring effective cybersecurity is not a one-and-done initiative or activity. It's perpetual. And so whether or not this momentum can be sustained or will be sustained remains to be seen. And we'll be watching.
You bet we will. Gregory Wilshusen with the GAO. Thanks for the update, Greg.
Thank you.